Nice winter bass.
Giant.
And that's the old me, the way I'm sitting nowadays. I'm money stacked 9 ways. I'm sipping on a latte. Why they all call me bougie?
This is a new lake. I'm just trying to do this new series.
Bougie, I don't want no prayers from no haters. Probably waiting
that.
on my downfall. Mad that we made it in my wins on time. Why you trying to
Yeah, it is definitely time for
but they wins look plated.
maintenance on this trailer.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new here, my name is Javier. This is Lara Outdoors. I do a lot of outdoor stuff, but I really try to key in on bass fishing. I'm from Oklahoma, and I have a really awesome series that I'm super excited to kind of like talk through and show you guys. So this is the first of hopefully 10, 20 this year. The new series is called Mystery Lake. I'm from Oklahoma, and I believe that there is big bass here, not just in Texas, but also here. Our lakes are pressured in terms of the bigger lakes like Grand Lake, like Keystone, Eufaula. They may hold big fish too, but in terms of the smaller lakes where there's probably not as many tournaments as there used to be in the past, there's just not really a record for the lakes that I found. So for right now, we're actually in Mystery Lake number 1. If you know where it is, awesome, good for you. If you don't, I can't help you. I'm gonna try to break it down and see if we can figure out what these bass are doing. We're gonna do a full day's worth of just bass fishing, anything from live scope, anything from traditional, if they're on beds. I don't know anything about these bass. I don't even know if there's any bass here either. So I'm super excited. We're gonna see if we can get on some, but as of right now, what I'm looking at is there's a lot of timber here, and I can give you guys more description, get a little more of a breakdown as we go through and try to see if we find anything here. Super excited for you guys to join us. Let's get to it. This guy, sure, we'll pull a jig out, because who doesn't want a good jig? So far, what I've kind of realized is that this lake holds a lot of timber, like a lot, and to a point where I don't feel comfortable driving that big outboard. So we're gonna be chilling, kind of just cruising through with the trolling motor on high speed until we find some sort of sign of life, whether that's shad, bait, bass, cruising, a nice stretch of timber. I've done my research with Google, Google Earth and stuff. So I've been able to see a few areas that I want to key in on this morning. The type of climate we have today is going to be fluctuating from super windy to completely still, from colder today to in the upper 65s. So you're going to see a lot of layers come off as the day goes on. As far as water temperature goes, it shows 40.71. That kind of tells me that these fish might be on a sluggish pattern potentially. I'm seeing something right here, and I just kind of wanted to key in on some winter baits, really slow it down and kind of see if maybe, just maybe, this is what they want to key in on. Who knows? There you go. All right, so currently 15 feet of water. I see some timber with some bass potentially around it, and the first contestant is going to be this wedge tail. This is the Strike King shad something LT Shadtron, I think. Yeah, this is the Strike King Shadtron. That's going to be the first bait that I want to throw, just because I want to drag it like a jig, and this is the time where you can catch your PB. So why not go big during this time? Let's see if there's anything, so far the conditions have lied to me. It was supposed to be very much windy right now. I'll take this guy off. All right, so we have put away the main camera. We're on the action cam right now. Let me show you guys the beam. You guys see that in the back of my boat? Yeah, that fell out of my trailer. Ugh, frustration.
Yeah, there's a bass right there. He came out very interested. Oh man, he's a giant too. Let's try to switch off to a rig. Snagged. Feels like dead weight. That might just be a freaking stump. Of course.
All right, so a little bit of what's happened so far is lost the A-rig. I don't know if you guys saw that. Maybe it was on this guy, maybe none. And then I actually found a really nice bass that was after my 6-inch Shatron swim bait. And yeah, it just didn't commit. So I pecked at him for like 10 minutes, which is a little bit more than what I like to do with any big fish. Eventually, it just took off. Then I found a lot of fish that were pretty big all around timber. And I don't know if they're just shy or if they're just not even bass. But whatever it is, it's definitely like more timid, because I got a jerkbait right above one of them. And it just like, doom, it just took off. Just left. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it just was probably a carp. I don't know if it was a different species, but yeah, I did not like that.
Let's try this guy. I don't know if that's a fish or a twig that's really bright and just sticking out at the very top of that. That's the first bait ball I've seen all day. Over there. You need bass around it, but there's a lot of timber at the edge. And that's kind of what I meant by sometimes fishing the edge might help you. So maybe the bass are ready to ambush and they're really tight to that cover. But there's bait right up on it.
Nothing came out. Nothing. Okay. I'm gonna maybe change over to a shaky head. I think that might be a key thing to do with how finicky they are. But like this is all timber, so over there it should be a little more open, and maybe they're just munching on shad. Maybe I need to move, I don't know. But for now, definitely think shaky head might be a good addition.
All right, I think we're done with at least the timber. A lot of people. So I'm gonna start driving back. I'm gonna take about 20 feet away from the timber. There's a lot of bait that was piling up here. There we are. Really nice one. This is what we're after. This is what we're after, boys. Oh my goodness. Nice winter bass at the new lake. Look at that chunk. Look at her. It has been a tough day, to say the least. But hey, this feels good. Let's get away on her. Let's throw her back in the water. Look at that. That was on the good old Demiki. Man, these fish are tough to catch. They are tough. This is a new lake. I'm just trying to do this new series. I might kind of keep you guys on the loop, but I'm just going to new lakes where hopefully there's fish, hopefully there's giants, and hopefully everything works out for us. So this is today, new lake, giant. Bro, he is just right there doing nothing. Come on. Javi, get this bait in front of him. There we are. Finally. Ugh. Look at that. Oh gosh. That is what we're after, guys. Oh man, this net's always getting stuck in there. Always. That is what we're after. We'll get away on her. See what that looks like. Let's put her in there. This is what we're after. This is it, man. On that Mucho minnow, we went ahead and downsized, and it worked. I'm so glad I did that. So let's keep fishing. Hopefully get another 4 of these big old girls. All right, thanks for playing, big old girl. Look at that monster. All right, we are at the new spot. We were kind of driving around, scanning, until we found some bait. Found it. So now, let's see if there's bass in the bait, but there is some like brush piles under there. The hard thing about this bait though, because it's so light and small, it takes a little bit longer than what we might want. So we're gonna do a little bit better of a cast. There it is, right there. Let's hope it eats. Hello. I see a bass. He is leaving. Gotta catch up to him. Gosh, now he's going that way. These are usually the ones that feed though. So I'm glad I found him. I gotta position myself to really get a good cast. Kind of predict his next move. Dude, I gotta stay on you. Damn. Take off some gear. Dude, he followed my bite. Oh my god. I'll keep scanning and see if, fingers crossed, we find another one that's eating, and hopefully by then I'm dialed in. Too. Alright, got some layers off, and man, 2 giant bass. They were just cruising, they were eating bait. I couldn't get dialed. One of them, I actually followed it pretty far and got him to just trail it all the way. I was too close to the boat, so he kind of just vanished. So we're gonna keep doing that because obviously that's what works. But we got 2 already. Already super happy. Got the layers off, and I had that blue Columbia. I didn't want to get a hook on it or slime on it. So now got back to Carhartt, some sweats, no shoes. We're gonna go ahead and go through all this timber. That one big one that I almost had actually just vanished into that timber. So maybe, just maybe, if I don't see them out here, they're probably in there. I'm gonna throw a big swim bait and see if maybe I can get something to play. Speaking of something to play, there's another bass, pretty big one, right here. He is 90 feet. Seems to be making its way towards me. So I definitely don't want to spook it. $70 feet. He's taking off that way now. Don't like to be messed with. Leads me right into the timber. Guess where he's going. I'm telling you guys, these big bass live in there. I think they're just coming out to feed and come back. This lake's definitely one I will be coming to a lot more often. Here's the, I don't know what it's called, the boat support for the trailer. There we go. Try to fix it temporarily. Luckily I carry a lot of tools with me. I don't carry bolts, but zip ties should be good to get us home. And then put that in the checklist. Yeah, it is definitely time for some maintenance on this trailer. We gotta fix this guy. You can see I put zip ties on it as well. We prioritize all of this, man. This boat is great to me. So I need to fix that carpet, fix this carpet, and then I'll see this board goes all the way up to here, like so. So we're gonna try to fix it temporarily and get me home. Throw the boat up. The fixing zip ties here, and then you can kind of see that wheel and tire is not part of it, and I am actually missing my wheel and tire here. So yeah, I gotta do a lot of work to this baby. All right guys, so that is it for Mystery Lake 1, or A, whatever I said, Mystery Lake 1. Let's just do that, okay? Let's just make it simple. I'm trying to go to 20 lakes this year. This is the first one. Mystery Lake 1 is a wrap, and it was super duper fun. Spent all day fishing here. Caught 2 really nice ones, you guys saw that. And overall, the amount of fish that like followed all the way to the boat that I missed, or my fault when I was just trying to pitch in there and it wasn't clicking, is crazy. And from, you know, the 2 fish that I caught, there was at least 3 others that were like huge. I'm talking potentially double digits, maybe 9-pounders, maybe a little smaller, who knows, but they were huge. And this guy was a key player. This is the Demiki, this is the Mucho Minnow. I think it's like 3-inch, the really small one, really finesse, really light jig head, intentionally, because these bass weren't really going for any power fishing style of things. That said, I'm not necessarily gonna just, I'm done fishing here, I'm going to the next lake. I don't know. I might be fishing here again before Mystery Lake number 2, just because of how crazy this lake was and how good it was to me. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and keep going. And thanks for, you know, sticking with me. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.